Welcome again to Attack Motorsport International Sim Racing Teams Attack the Track. Today we're going to look at how to beat the WTC 600 at the Tokyo Expressway, the South Counterclockwise version, in hard mode. And we're going to do this with a 2015 Lamborghini Huracan LP 610 and a power restrictor, which we're going to bring down to 79, just so we can get under the 600 power points that are required for this event. Now, before we get too far into the event, I'll say this clause that I am definitely not the better driver on our team. I am one of the least. But it's a good time, and I wanted to show how to beat this without using some meta car, just basically a car that's in the race, and I had to use, obviously, the power restrictor. You might have to rub shoulders with a lot of cars. There's going to be a lot of maneuvering in here in order to beat this event, and you're going to want to take some chances and nudge them around a little, because they are going to get in your way. Now, the penalty system on this event is pretty low, which allows you to rub shoulders a lot, and some have suggested, well, why not just wall ride everything? That's just not good racing to me. I don't mind rubbing shoulders a little bit, but I'd rather maneuver through the cars and win it. Again, that's why I don't drive the meta cars, just to blow everybody out of the water. So this event is about maneuvering traffic, and it can be difficult, and you've got to time it just right, or you're going to hit the rear end of other cars, or take them out, or take yourself out. So anyway, let's get started. Oh, and a quick note before I forget. Like many of these races, the order of computer cars changes, and this one changes a lot. Depending upon who you are passing first, and the order of cars can really make a great difference in the race. And if you're struggling in the event, it might be better for you just to quit the game and reload it, and then you'll get a whole different order of the same cars, and it might make it a little bit easier for you. And another note, I set my traction control to 0. You can change that if you want. It may slow your car down. We're going to brake here about the 100 mark and slow the car down as much as possible to get it to tuck on the inside. Otherwise, you're going to end up on the embankment on your right. I short shift this event, so I get the tachometer reading good 3/4 of the way, where it has the recommended shift point, the number 2 right there on the bottom of the screen. I brake just before the 200 mark there. Should have mentioned that. And just try to keep this tucked in. I've cut these corners often in this event, and I've never yet to receive a penalty. And nuts. Anyway, I brake just before the 50-meter mark up here, right about where those red lines start. And again, get the car slowed down enough to keep it tucked in, and then try to slipstream every one here. And this is where it can get difficult, because notice the Lamborghini was in the right lane, then he cut on the inside. The AI is, the AI is going to have its nuts. Fastest track too, but the maneuvering of these cars is so important in trying to get around these cars as fast as possible. Otherwise, you're just going to get way too far behind and end up a good 10-15 seconds behind the race leader, even though you're in second place. And that's what I was mentioning earlier about the need to nudge through here a little bit. And you can probably be much rougher with them than I am, but be aware that it's going to slow you down. So I'm going to stay to the right. I don't know if I have enough clearing. No, I would have hit the red pylons right there, and that would have messed me up. Come on. A little bit of a nudge there. I'm sure if this was a daily race, I'd be getting flamed over that. But after all, it is just the AI. Let's tuck this in. Nope. Yes. Okay, good. We made it. Just barely. That is a good place to tuck in, but not always. You get to the top 5-ish cars, and they're just going to cut you off. They are not going to leave that space open for you at all. So we're going to brake about the 100-meter mark. A little before might help at this speed, now that we're full bore on the straightaway. And again, I'm going to be shifting early. And you can watch the shift meter down below. And let's come up on traffic. I'm going to brake a little bit before the 200. Trail brake, ease off the brakes a little. This section here, you can use throttle adjustments and kind of get the car sliding through this, as you can see. And it will, being an all-wheel drive, it will maneuver pretty well. Got barely enough room on that. Not going to make it here. Let's just stick this out. Anyway, yeah, so back on that turn, you can use throttle adjustments. Your car's going to slide a little, and but it can help you through it. Again, being the all-wheel drive, it has some good grip. So I can get. All right, I got through that without braking at all. So just have to watch and see where the cars go. Again, this can get a little scarier. Not too bad, not too bad. We're moving up. And just because of traffic, I'm going to brake a little bit before the 200 there. And let's see how we do. This isn't a bad position. This is actually a very good position to be on lap 2 and be so close to the... Whoa, crap. That's what I get for talking and driving. So close to the race leader. And right there's a good place to stay to the right and tuck in on a car. They have a tendency to go wider there than we can. We can cut that a little bit shorter. Alright, so now let's try to catch the Ariel Mamiya RX-7. There's an RX-8, I forget. RX-7. This car handles, that car I should say, handles very well. And of course my driving's not the best. And I've already lost a little bit of time here. I'm just going to stick to the short shifting. Again, it seems to work better for me. Stay to the right. Brake, 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 brake. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. If I can get him on this turn up here. Now he's too far up. I'm not going to be able to catch him there. Again, I can slide it a little bit. Get up in the third gear. Slide a little more, but the car will stick pretty well. Nuts. I was hoping to get much closer to him than I did. Okay, so let's try to get through these two S's, 3 S's here without using the brakes at all. And just lift a little bit, and the car's going to slide on you some. That's alright. Good. See, I already caught him just a little. You can see I'm getting closer. Just lift a little. Slide. Alright, I made it. Sometimes you can tuck in right here, but with these top drivers, likely not. And sure enough, it was very tight on that apex. Alright, still got a little over 2 laps to go. Let's see what we can do. Brake here just before the 100, or right thereabouts at the 100. I haven't paid much attention to that. I know I see that flag go over my head, and that's about it. Brake a little bit, get the car to slide, but that's okay. Oops. That's my disclaimer earlier. Yeah, I took that way too slow. I didn't get in tight enough, and now he's 2 seconds ahead. That's not good. Let's just stay on this. I think I'm going to brake right around the 100. Get this thing slowed down enough so I can tuck it in. Oh, a little glance. I don't think it's going to hurt me much. Still short shifting throughout this race. At least in the upper gears. Brake, 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 brake. Tuck it in. I'm going to slide a little. It's alright. Just keep trying to get this car forward. Shifting third. Hey, no wall collision there. Nice. Still got a lap and a half tuck this in, tuck it in. Ah, not the best. Yeah. Again, we'll try to get through these S's with just lifting without using the brakes. If there's a lot of traffic. Ah, nuts. I'm talking again. If there's a lot of traffic, you're going to need to tap the brakes, otherwise you're going to collide with everybody, and that's, again, what can keep us from catching the #1 position, because they just keep pulling away. Brake. Ah, nuts. Thought I had that. When I count a hairpin, I try to aim for the outer wall, but not aim and hit it. My part. Come on. Good. Better position here. This is looking better. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if I can get him. Sometimes you can pass one of the inside. Ah, great. Nope. Yeah, he's tucking in. Oh, and I'm swinging out. That is not good. Come on, little car. Alright, I'm closer. That's better. Got less than a lap left to do whatever we need to do. And it's likely going to have to be trying to tuck in on the car, which again is going to... Oh no, I can get it here, right on. That was a surprise. That's it. We just have to hold them off to the end. Alright, so here's the win. And once this allows me, I'll back it out and again show that we're still in hard mode. There's our options and set race difficulty. Yep, still in hard. And again, we'll re-enter the race, and you can see that the only thing I did was add a power restrictor to bring the power points down. So there's the race, car settings, sports hard tires. Everything else is normal, 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 normal. Except the power restrictor. Set at 79. Alright. I'm going to enter another race. After quitting and showing, it'll be a different order of cars. Plus, that last race was kind of an easy win. My lousy driving kept me from beating it early on. But here we go. So we can see that the cars are different, or rather the order of cars are different. Going to brake around the 100. Same thing. Get those turned in. Brake, brake. Get this baby slow down. Do some throttle control there. Shift to the third. Let's get this thing up. There's going to be a little bit of traffic here. This might be... this is easy. I'm not going to be in the way. Whoops. Now we're going to have some traffic ahead, so I'm trying to watch and see what lane they're going in. This car's going to go into the right lane, go to the left. This car's in the left lane. I got to go to the right, and I've got to make this turn. I'm not going to be able to coast. I got to tap those brakes just a little bit to get through there. There's the wall. That didn't help. So we can coast through this. No. I might have made that if I coasted through. I could have swung out on the left-hand side. Let's see what lane he's going to go in. Okay, he's going to stay left. I'm going to try to get my nose in. There we go. As they'll have a tendency to stay on the outside there and And that worked. That worked for a good, decent pass. Break around the 100 mark here. Keep the car slowed down enough to get this tucked in. Might have been too slow. A little bit. Get them in there. Oops. Break before the 50. Ah, come on. Nope, didn't. If I break on the 50, it's a guarantee I hit the wall. That's probably just my poor driving skills, but again, I'm showing you that you can do this on hard mode, not rate my driving. I'm hard enough on myself. Or maybe not hard enough. Oh, too easy talking again. Sometimes on these turns, because this is an all-wheel drive car, if you give it a little bit of throttle and lift off the brake, the car will start to pull itself through the turn around traffic. Traffic. Wait for it to clear. I was thinking he was going to stay left, so he ended up going right, ended up tapping him on the rear. Did not plan on doing that. Throttle control. Walking a few revs here. Get this thing up, shift into third. Tuck it in. Alright, looks like it's going to stay on the right lane. Just enough for me to get by. Slow it down, tuck it in. Alright, more traffic ahead. We'll see if we can coast through this or not. Yeah, I got room. Just get me a little bit closer. I have to brake, maybe take it. Yeah, because I'm too far to the inside. That works. Okay. Again, the idea in this race is just you got to get past all these cars. I mean, that sounds shoot. That sounds ludicrous. I mean, obviously, in a race is to get past all the cars and win. But if you get stuck behind these cars in this race, there's just really no chance of getting first place. You've got to get by all this traffic, and they will make it difficult for you. Everybody seems to be going to the left lane. I don't know if I got room on the right. I got some room, but I'm not going to make it. I made it. Did better than I thought. Brake. Keep this tucked in. Slid more than I wanted to. Let's see if we can get past. Oops. Alright, they're going to stay to the right. That's going to help me. Oops. A bit of a nudge there. Come on. Is he going to stay to the left or not? Possibly. I don't want to take that chance. Brake. Tuck it in. Ooh. Nuts. Runs the wall. Alright, so we're still several seconds out from the race leader on lap 3. This is not a bad position to be in. Would like it to be better, but I think this is going to be doable. Throttle control, car's going to slide a little, so just don't use the brakes, just use the throttle. Brake. Alright, no traffic, we can just lift on the throttle, slide through this. I would have liked to have done that better. So we can do this now. I got a brake. I would have. You just see the angle of his car. He was going to go left. I would have slid left and I would have rear-ended him. I would also have rather have liked to have been on the right-hand side, as I did earlier, because it just, once you get your nose in, it keeps their cars from tucking in. But this is still doable. Okay, pick the right lane. I'll just stay on the left. And we get by him. Brake. Still several seconds, 4 seconds-ish. And the race leader. Got 2 laps left. It's not a bad place to be. That turn, even though it's a 90-degree bend, is something you can't take for granted, as it's not a... It seems like you could take it higher because the lanes are so wide. Slide in here, come on. I try to not drift in racing. I just do. I try to make it as clean as possible. But with my racing skill, I just have not found it possible and win this event in hard mode. The car's just going to drift a little bit. A little wide there. Throttle control, throttle control. Bump it a little. Let's see. Not too bad. Praising myself too early. Alright, let's see if we can catch them through these S's. This is a good place to catch them. Just lift a little bit. Or all the way. But yeah. Ooh. We'll lift again. A little bit of brakes. Ow. Just wasn't sure where he was going to end up. There we go, passing on the outside. Again, don't prefer this, but there's not a whole lot you can do when they're against the right side of the lane. Or in the right lane. Got a little over a lap to see if I can catch them and beat them. Stay to the right. A little messy there. Brake early so I don't hit the wall, and sure enough, oh man, I can see him coming. He got by me. Stay close, stay close, stay close. See if I can get it here. That was a little rougher than I would like, but I'm going to take it. Because this is just not an easy event. And that's it for the win right there. Now, you do have to be careful, so he's behind me, he's very close to me. But I just noticed the third place driver, Haywood, is in the exact same car that I'm in. And the latter half of the race, that computer car will just all of a sudden come on. And look, yeah, he's already in second. And he can outrace you. Even the RE LME can outrace you sometimes. They're the latter half of the race, it's like the computer just gives them a little bit more effort in this, and of course, you know, we're not fighting traffic up here like that, so just got to keep holding them off. You can see in that sped up section that Hayward got as close as 0.4 of a second to me, so again, very close, but that's how you beat this on hard mode, or how you can beat it on hard mode without using some big meta car and a gazillion dollars in options. Right, I'm going to show that, again, this is still done in hard mode. And just a re-showing of car specs here. Sports hard tires, everything is normal. Except the power restrictor, which enough to bring us down under the 600 point limit. And that is that. This is ATK Road Rex here with Attack Motorsports International Sim Racing Team, saying attack the track, not each other, and good luck.